Hi guys, I know it's been a while since my last video, and I do apologize for that. Because of some health issues, I've had to take a brief hiatus on both making videos and finishing the Medical Billing and Coding course through CareerStep. I have received several questions lately, mostly asking for an update, as well as asking for my opinion on whether I believe it would be possible for us to find work as a coder without actual work experience. So in this video, I'm going to quickly go over how I've answered that particular question, as well as give an update. Now, if you plan on just filling out an application or just posting your resume on a work site, then yes, I believe it will be difficult to find work as a coder. But I do believe there is a better way. You see, this past summer, I took a course on how to get hired for the career you want. And here's one of the tips that I learned that I believe will be beneficial. It's using LinkedIn. Now, if you have not already, please go ahead, sign up for LinkedIn, create your profile, and make sure everything you do is professional. Your picture, your about me, everything needs to be professional because LinkedIn is different from Facebook and other social networks. LinkedIn is set up basically for professionals to get together, whether in particular groups or just in general, and talk about the economy, anything else that is really a professional subject. Now, once you've joined LinkedIn and finished your profile, you can join different groups. If you look up for medical coding or medical coder groups, you will find there are pages of different groups. Grab some of them, join them. You'll have to submit a request and they'll have to accept you. Once you are accepted into these groups, please introduce yourself to everyone in the group. And in that introduction, feel free to say that you're new to the field, that you're interested in the field, that you're looking for a mentor. Now, one good thing about getting a mentor is that you find a professional who's already in the field and they can answer your questions, let you know how things are going, what to expect, and even let you know who's hiring. So it's always good to, go ahead and do all that. Do it now while you're still interested, or if you've started a course, go ahead, jump into it, get yourself known, and then it'll be easier for you to find work later on. Another thing you can do through LinkedIn is go through the job notification area. Now, in the job notification area, you can set it up to what kind of job notifications you want to receive. So when a job is posted for let's just say not just medical coding, but let's say remote medical coder, you'll get that notification not just in LinkedIn site, but also in your personal email that you set up through LinkedIn. That way you can stay on top of who's hiring, and you'll get the notifications every day. Sometimes there'll be repeats, but a lot of times it'll be new postings. And these aren't just the HR people that are posting on LinkedIn. A lot of times it's the person who is actually hiring for the position. So you can actually communicate with them and get to know them and possibly have a better chance at being hired for the position. So now let's go ahead and just talk about for the update of my journey so far through CareerStep's Medical Billing and Coding course. Now, I started the course in 2016. Once 2017 rolled around, I received a notification to update, if I wanted to, the course to the 2017 version of it. I went ahead and accepted it because most of the publications that I had received already were for 2017, the 2017 codebooks particularly. Now, if I had the 2016 codebooks, I probably would have stayed with that version of the course, but I went ahead and updated it. Now, if you start the course in 2017, you're not going to get that option unless it rolls over to 2018, and they'll give you the option to update to 2018. I think that's real good of CareerStep to offer that update, even if you're in the middle of the course. That way you're getting the most up-to-date information possible. You're not just stuck with outdated information. And so I'm glad that's something that CareerStep does offer on their courses. Now also, I received a notification to go ahead and request the last shipment of books for me. I went ahead and did that and got a confirmation email that they're going to be on their way. So as soon as I receive them, I'll make another video of opening the box to show you what's being shipped out to me and what you can expect as well. Now, in the actual course, I've completed the introduction to coding, which was mostly just the history of coding, how long ICD-10 has been around, and why it's taken the United States so long to jump on the bandwagon for using ICD-10. And as I stated before, with this course, it has updated to the 2017 version. All my books that I have are 2017 except for the coding handbook, but that's not really causing any issues. You see, when you work on the course, the online course, it tells you read chapter 1 or read chapter 2. It says do exercises 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and so far in the handbook, it's correlated perfectly. The only difference that I've noticed is the handbook may have exercise 1.7, while the online course doesn't mention anything about 1.7. And the online course will give you also an answer sheet, and the answer sheet won't have exercise 1.7. And that's so far the only difference that I've really seen. And that was just an example. I don't think it goes up to 1.7 on the exercises. If I remember correctly, I think it just goes up to 1.3. But still, like in the other chapters, that's basically what I've noticed. Then as you go through, or once you go past that part, it'll have just a little quiz. Then it'll have a chapter test, and then move on to the next chapter. So that's the part I'm going through right now, going from chapter to chapter through the handbook, and it's teaching me how to look up the codes. Now, just to go over looking up the codes through the code books, and started first with the diagnosis codes, and then we're getting over to the procedural codes as well. But I first found it a little difficult going through the handbook, just because the handbook said to first look it up by the alphabetic version or description that you're given, then go to the coding chart to find the code. And at first I just wanted to get the alphabetical part and say, okay, that's the code. But I was finding that my answers were turning up wrong. So I started doing as the book suggested, going from the alpha over to the actual coding chart. And I found that in the coding chart, the codes it gives are more specific. Not only that, but it also gives specific rules for each code. For instance, one code might need additional coding to make it even more specific than the 7-digit code that you find there. So there's different rules that you have to follow, which aren't specified in the alpha part, but instead in the actual coding chart. So once I did that a few times, I really started getting the hang of it, and it became a lot easier to do. Now, when you find work as a coder, most companies actually already have a software program that you use to help you code faster, so you don't have to be flipping through from one side of a book to the other side, back to the front of the book, and so on and so forth. But you have to learn how to do it manually, because when you take your certification exam, you cannot use a software program. You have to bring your books with you and use them in order to get through the certification exam and pass it. So you have to know how to properly flip through the book, find the correct code, find if you need additional coding, and so on and so forth. And it also tells you which code needs to be first, which one needs to be second, if there's additional codes. So again, it can sound confusing, but as you do it, it becomes a lot easier. The last thing I wanted to kind of go over with this video is basically the update on the CareerSteps website for the tuition. And if you look over here, you'll see it says tuition is changing as of April 1st of 2017. If you roll by March 15th, you can get a free laptop and $100 e-gift card, or up to $400 off the tuition. And it says up to $400 because there are different programs that they offer. Some are a lot cheaper than others. With the medical coding, it does qualify for the $400 off the tuition. And please don't forget, you can save even more, of course, by mentioning Dave Ramsey, as well as following my link that will be posted below. You can save money on the shipments of the books that they'll send out to you as well. If you want to know what's involved in actually doing the work of a medical coder, you find right here, there's a nice little video. It gives you some ins and outs of what the medical coding field is like. And let me just click into this Learn More just to pull it up so you can see that it is the free laptop and e-gift card or the tuition discount. Here are the different classes that they offer, and here's the amounts off. So you see the cheapest is the $125, the most is the $400. Okay, so that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over, and I'd like to really thank you for watching this video and all my videos if you've seen them. If not, feel free to go back and watch them. I go over some different information about the course and how, again, you can save money. And I want to also give a special thank you for all of you who have subscribed to my videos. Now, I started making these videos because I was looking for information and could not find what I needed so I could make the proper decisions. So I wanted to go out there and get as much good information as I can about CareerStep and the medical coding and billing course, so that others could have that information at their fingertips and make the best decision that's for you. And when I see you subscribe to my videos, it makes me feel as if I'm doing just that. So I want to give a special thank you for everyone who has subscribed to my videos. As always, feel free to leave any comments and questions that you have. If I missed any questions, feel free, please go ahead and re-ask them. I'll try my best to answer any questions I come across, and I just ask that any comments or questions be left in a professional manner. And that is really it. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.